Okay, in this video I am going to show you what do you want to do for your first test in Automation Lab. While your program is on run, you see there are many conditions for the processor. It should be in run condition, which I explained how to do it in previous video. While you have a very rough diagram here, and it is online, and you see this sign moving that shows that the processor is connected. Now when you click on the output here, this window opens and then you see all the bits here. So from the screen, from the PLC screen, if we go back to the I/O status, you have these numbers here. Okay, now we are going to find out which number is assigned for which component, and I want you to do that and explain it in a video that you record, and you write it down for me on a paper. You can also type it if you prefer. Now let's start. So I am going to test if we have, okay, for the output, again, let's see how many outputs we have. Less number of outputs compared to the inputs. So you see that numbers start from 0 all the way to 5. So the highest number is 5. I'm going to find out what bit 5 actually does. Now for doing that, right now all the bits are 0. I'm going to put this camera somewhere so I can do the typing. Right now all the bits are 0. I'm going to find number 5, which is this one, and I'm going to change it to 1, and then I click enter. What happens is that the green light lights up. Now you see the bit is changed to 1 and the light is on. So my output number 5, bit number 5, is for green light. I'm going to write that down. That is your very first test to identify which bit is controlling what component. So I'm going to write down green light. The way that we write the bit addresses in PLC is we use O for output and we use I for input. Then we have this shape, and then the number, look at here, this one comes from this address. Do you see that? So it will be 0.5. It will be 0.5. This will be the way that we write addresses. Now I'm going to change that back to 0 and then press enter. The light is off, so I'm communicating directly through computer. Now let's see what O number 4 does. This one was the green light. I wonder which one is for 4. I go and change this. Okay, that's the yellow amber color light. So I write in my table, this one is for yellow light. Now let's do a couple of inputs. For inputs, what I'm going to do is to change something here and see if the bit here moves. Now we have more number of inputs compared to outputs. So the number starts from 0 all the way to 9. Look, one of them is already 1. Number 6. It's very important to learn about this bit. Later on, when I'm explaining about the differences between this button and this button, you will know why that one is default on. The default is 1. Here also, when you're looking at this window here, you see that there is one, number 6, and that is for the red button here. Now see what happens if I press this one. Look closely, I'm going to press. It changes to 0. The default value is 1, but when I press it, it turns to 0. And look, here, goes off. Do you see the beat? The beat here, what number is it for the output? Is 4. The 4 is connected to the yellow light. So that's what I wrote here. Now for the input, what did we learn just now? We learned that number 6, which the default is 1, is connected to the red or stop button. You're going to learn in the future why there is a difference between start and stop. Now, how to write that down? So the address will be I. Again, if you look closely, it is coming from this address. So it will be 0.6. And we write that this is a stop or red button. And I put a mark here because we are going to learn why this one is actually default is 1, and by pressing it goes 0. When you press the red button, it changes from 1 to 0. You're going to learn that. Now, what I want you to do is to complete the table for all the inputs and outputs. I'm going to show you what do I mean by a complete table in next video.